hear the term rotation a lot in golf swing theory. There's four critical rotations that we need to be concerned with in the golf swing. Number one, the rotation of the torso. We want as much rotation of the torso as we can possibly get. We want this torso to be fully rotated with anything approaching a full golf shot, including full wedge shot. Rotate the torso, number one. Number two, forearm rotation. Rotating the forearms, okay? There's a lot more forearm rotation in the picture than most people would think. Most people would say, raise the club, rotate parallel, take your backswing, full turn. I'm going to argue there's a lot more forearm rotation available to me. 90 degrees. I got another 90 degrees here of forearm rotation. Okay, from here I'm going 180 degrees. I can take this to the top of my backswing and I'm in great position here, fully rotated. There's a lot of ways to do this. Now I don't recommend starting here and then going to the top of your backswing, because when you have this kind of motion going on, there's a tendency to want to come the other way and come over the top. So this gets into slotting and transition and all these other things. You see very few golfers pull it really hard inside and then also slot above. However, we do need to concern ourselves with forearm rotation. Torso rotation back, forearm rotation at transition. The third rotation is the rotation of the leg and the right foot and ankle. To initiate the downswing, there's a rotation going on here that we use to assist from our grip into the ground into the right foot. The right foot keeps coming up over and over in the golf swing because it's so critical. But there's a tendency for the right foot to, people will not utilize it correctly and not apply the proper pressures, and they stunt their downswings. So the first thing that we want to do is, in the downswing, we're gonna pressure down into the right leg, but then we're gonna use this rotation of off the foot to help us turn, to get things turning through the impact area. So you've got this right leg rotation, torso rotation, forearm rotation, and then finally the rotation of the torso to finish. So we want to have as much rotation here, we want to have as much rotation here, assisted by the rotation in the right foot. Okay. Steel golf spikes, great idea. They had it right back then. A great grip into the ground. Plastic golf spikes, no good. This is a rule put out by local golf courses banning steel spikes. This is a rule not made by good ball strikers. These are people that are it's a hacker's rule, hacker's idea. I'm upset. Yeah, I'm upset. Okay. Steel spikes are great. Plastic golf spikes, just figure out what's best for you. Haven't seen anything that approaches the traction of steel spikes. So great to practice with steel spikes. Go to the range, a grass range, put on, at least get it on the right foot. So you've got the change in direction and you've got a lot of pressure into that right foot. And you've got this pressure here that's helping us assist in the rotation. Torso rotation, foot rotation happening. We pressure down and working into a full rotation of the shoulders moving through the shot. So one of the things that we see at the ceremonial masters tee off, the old timers go out and hit that ball off the first tee. They all look pretty good still with their setup and their backswing, and most of them it just completely falls apart going through. I remember seeing Byron Nelson. Everything looked really good, and then it was just for the older players, if there's one thing to work on and preserve, it's the post-impact torso rotation range of motion. To work on preserving this ability as you get into your advanced years. I don't think any of these guys maybe were aware of it as they got older. I think a lot of that can be preserved. I think Gary Player's done a great job of doing that. Older now, still has great rotation going through. So work on these things from flexibility. You can stretch this out in the rotations here. Think about making sure your forearms are fully rotated and feeling the pressure of the right foot rotating through the strike. It's raining in San Francisco.